It's about supper time. I'm just going to make a pretty simple supper tonight, but there is one exciting thing. I hope, I shouldn't even be telling you this till I go outside and look, but I hope we're going to have our first mess of okra. I know there's some okra out there. Now, our first mess of okra may equal, we each get like 2 pieces a piece to eat it, but I'm going to go harvest what's out there so that I can fry it up for supper. Corey and Austin are going to eat with us. Austin loves fried okra. Of course, Matt does. We all do. So it's not going to be a huge amount, I don't think. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised when I go out there. So that's going to be really the star, just because we've not had any. Can't believe that this is August, really past the middle of August, and we've not had okra yet this year. To begin with, Matt and I planted it in the wrong place in a big garden. Didn't do no good. Then by the time we planted it up here, it's done way better. It's just that it was late. So that's why we're so late getting started. So we're going to have okra. Matt's got some green beans over there cooking on the stove he put on for me. We're going to have some cornbread. I've got some side meat, salt pork. I'm going to fry that up. And then I think maybe some roasted potatoes. And then, of course, Matt ran down to the garden to get us some corn. So we're going to have some roasting ears, just boiled corn. And Katie has a little salad made up in the refrigerator, just the onions and cucumbers and tomatoes. We eat that often during the summer. I think of it as granny salad because that's where I learned how to make it. So I think it'll be a delicious supper, even though it's pretty simple. But first I got to go out into the heat. Our heat has come back. We had that wonderful, cool, fall-like weather. That's long since gone. So it's very hot outside, but I'm going to make a trek out to the garden and see what kind of okra we've got. We've had a lot of rain this week, and the okra is now as tall as I am. It's got pretty tall, so let's see though if we can find any pods. I hope we can. There's one. While I'm out here, I'm gonna trim off some of these lower ones. Pap taught us to do that. Some people think you should do it and some people think you shouldn't do it. So you'll have to decide which camp you're in. That one's got a little bud on it, so I'll leave that one. You can see some of the buds there. So we're gonna have more, just not today on this one. The squash is attaching itself to this one. There's 2. Got a little bit. Would you like to help me?
Every celebrity needs their own cameraman.
That's true. I was trying to do it by myself and I was just letting them drop on the ground. Little bitty one, but that'll eat too. A few more. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, you've cut them. Let's eat them.
Yeah, we may just have to get a taste apiece.
Give them all to Austin. He can eat them.
He does love them. I got any on the back row. Let me go over there and look. You can see we got lots of blooms coming on, so this time next week we'll have more than we know what to do with. I've only got one over here. I thought there was 2. I've already got it off that one. You see any I missed, Matt?
No, not none that's big enough to get.
Trying to make sure I didn't miss any. What some people say, you got to whip your okra to get it to grow. Take your rope or a switch and whip it.
Is that right?
Yeah. Some old folklore for you there. It's kind of a pitiful harvest, but I guess like Matt said, we've cut it. Now we're going to go in and eat it, even if we just get one bite apiece. Got the okra all washed up. I got some potatoes chopped up so I can get ready to put those in the oven. So let's see how much okra this ends up being. Matt had a good suggestion. If I don't think it's enough to feed us, I could add some squash into it. Okra and squash, I don't know if you've ever had that, but it's good. So I might do that. A lot of people ask us about this, the color of the okra here that we grow. It's called, oh there it is. Didn't think I heard it hit the floor. It's called Jing Orange, and I really love it. I love it because of the taste. And I love it because as it gets larger, even bigger than this, it stays tender longer. Now it will eventually get real woody like okra. If you've grown okra before, it will, or okra. People sometimes leave comments and tell me that I'm saying it wrong. I understand that, but that's how I was raised, how I learned to say it. I understand that now, but when I was growing up, I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that I said it wrong.
I say all kinds of stuff wrong.
I say all kinds of stuff wrong. That's exactly
We do,
right.
not just you. All of us do.
I'm tempted to, I always like to eat a little piece raw, but I'm not going to do it today because I'm saving it for the frying pan. I even picked the least little one, just trying to stretch it out. It didn't do me no good though. I should have just left those. So some people don't like okra at all, and then some people don't like it unless it is fried. Once you fry it, that stickiness that you may see on my fingers, kind of sliminess, it goes away. So some people only like it like that. I actually like it boiled and roasted and all the ways. That part doesn't bother me, but you can see it's not really enough for all of us to eat. So now I think I'll do like what Matt said, and I'll just get me some squash and add to it, and we'll just have squash and okra mixed together. Let's see what I can find in the refrigerator. I've got a few more too, but let's see what this does. I think I will, I don't know whether to do them in circles or maybe I'll cut them in half and kind of dice them maybe. Definitely add to the amount. Taking your advice, Matt. And some squash
That's
to
good.
it.
Take my advice, you will go far in life.
I believe that.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
It's not likely.
Oh yeah.
Probably crash and burn and be destitute if you listen to me long.
Yeah. Now let's see what I think. I've got one more there, but maybe I'll just do it too. Make sure we have enough. So when it comes to frying squash or okra, either one, I'm in the camp that I don't like a big thick breading. A lot of times when you go out to a restaurant, if you get fried okra, it's got like that whole bread and all the way around it. It's okay. It's not that, it's not terrible. It's okay. And some people certainly prefer that. But when I make mine, I make them like Granny did, and it's just like with a little thin. It's not even really a batter. It's more like just a dusting. I use cornmeal, which I use a cornmeal mix, so there's a little bit of flour in my cornmeal, and then of course I use salt and pepper, but that's it. I don't like first put it in milk and egg and then you could certainly, or you could make a batter and dip it in that, but that's just not how I make mine. So I think Matt has saved it with this. I think that looks much more like a goodly amount to feed us. So Matt needs to shuck the corn for me. I've got the potatoes ready. I just need to put them in the oven. But everything's gonna I guess this will be the next thing, but still it ain't gonna take that long. So I'm gonna have to do my meat. I gotta do this. The corn will just take no time, like 3 minutes, so I'll leave that to the very last. The potatoes and the cornbread will both take about the exact same amount of time, about 20 minutes. So maybe I'll get these started and then start working on the potatoes and the cornbread. I gotta get my pan and get it in the oven though. I like to heat up my pan for my cornbread before I ever pour the batter in. Try to take all this over if I can keep them from rolling off and put it in my compost. Got my cornbread pan in the oven. Now I'm going to do the potatoes, which is just real simple. We eat a lot of roasted potatoes just because it's so simple. Now, these are ones that come out of our garden this year, so we've been going through them pretty quick. We canned a lot of them, and then the rest of them we've just been eating. But I have a few baskets on the porch and then some in the basement, and this, like, I used up all I had in here in the kitchen. I refilled my basket, so that's one less basket out on the porch. So we're going through them. So if I have any of these left over tonight, and I probably will, I like to save them. Of course, somebody could just snack on them or anything like that. But if there's any of these left over, I will just keep them till in the morning, and I will make Matt some breakfast, and I will fry up an egg or something like that. But I'll just put these either back in the oven for a little bit and crisp them up, or just put them in the, most of the time I just throw them in a frying pan on top of the stove and warm them back up. And that way he can have potatoes with his breakfast, which is not something that we usually have, unless it's like hash brown, something special. But, okay. And then you could put whatever you wanted to on them. I just put salt and pepper. I'm pretty simple about it. If Matt was doing it, he'd probably put something else. But for me, just some salt and some pepper. So these are ready to go in the oven once it comes up to heat for the cornbread. 450 for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I'm just going to use that same bowl to mix up my cornbread. A little bit of oil. I'm just using avocado oil. You could use whatever you wanted. And then normally I use milk, but I'm trying to save our milk, so I'm going to use a can of cream. And I'm just going to use the whole thing. Sometimes I have a little bitty, maybe some, I may need to add a little bit more cornmeal. I should have stopped it a little bit, but then I hate to have just a little bit left in the refrigerator. I need an egg. I usually just use my cup measuring that I used for the cornmeal, and then just stir it in the oil and milk or cream. You can use buttermilk too, but I don't usually have buttermilk on hand, so I don't use it. I hope to be able to share with you pretty soon. This summer, a lovely girl come and interviewed me about cornbread. I made her some cornbread, and she made like a little documentary about it. It turned out very, very nice, but I can't share it yet. But when she gives me the go-ahead, I'll send you to where she's sharing it, and you can see it. I think it turned out real nice. And it's funny when I talk about the buttermilk. Clay Logan, who's a dear family friend, and I have some videos with Clay in them, so you probably remember that if you've watched us for a long time. But she also wanted to talk to other people in the area, and he was one of the people I suggested, so he talked to her. And it was so interesting though when of course I wasn't there, so I didn't know what they talked about other than they talked about cornbread. But when I was watching the documentary, I thought it was so funny. He says, "Tipper don't use buttermilk in her cornbread? What's wrong with her?" So I thought that was funny. He was in disbelief, and I've had people leave comments like that too. I don't object to anyone using buttermilk, it's just that I don't use it. So now that's ready to mix up once the pan gets heated. And then I shouldn't have put the cornmeal up. Now I need the cornmeal for my squash and okra mixture. Need to add some salt and pepper too. Or you could just salt and pepper it when you put it in the pan. It's about good.
Well, it done if you want to go all out.
What?
Could have some fried green tomatoes too.
Yeah, and we got some right over there. I could have chopped one.
Top full of stuff.
Could have chopped one up and put it in here with your squash and okra. You want me to?
Nah.
We'll have to put that on tomorrow night's menu. Matt loves green tomatoes, and I guess Austin kind of likes them
He
too.
does.
But the rest
Tomatoes
of
are
us
about
not as
gone.
much. But yeah, the tomatoes are about gone. But we do have like what, about 7 green ones over there. So I need to make sure I do that for Matt. Maybe tomorrow. Of course, he could do it for himself too. He's more than capable. So when I say lightly, that's, you can see there, just a light dusting of cornmeal. That's all I put on mine. That's how I like it. Trying to decide if that's enough. I think it is though. So let's see what's next. Oh, Matt, would you like to do 2 things for supper?
Yeah, I like to do one thing. I like to eat.
You'd like to eat it? Would you like to help cook 2 things? Could you do the corn on the porch and maybe the meat too? Can you handle that?
Yeah. Just a corn pot.
Yeah.
Where's the meat pot? Or meat pan?
I'll have to get your frying pan. There you go. Probably just cook it
I
all.
knew I'd have to do it all.
You ain't doing it all. You're just helping. Helping a little bit.
Hoping you out.
Yeah. And I will focus on the other stuff.
You need this. You want me to take this up?
I don't need it. You can take it. Go ahead. My oven has come up to heat, so I'm going to go ahead and mix up my cornbread here. Got my hot frying pan out. That's what you like to hear. Looks like I didn't stir up my cornbread very good. Got some. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the potatoes in too. So I've had my frying pan over here heating, coming to heat, and I think it's ready to start putting stuff in. Oh yeah. Give it some pepper and salt. And just let it cook away. While this is cooking, I'm going to go silk the corn. Okay, I think I'm ready to start turning it over. Oh yeah, it's got some pretty color on it. Of course, it's hard to turn it completely over without turning some more of it back over. That's why Granny liked to do the scramble. I'll let it cook a little bit on this side, and then we'll put it in the oven for a little bit. It's looking really good. Corey and Austin got here. They're going to eat with us, and Corey brought some delicious looking things with her. What is this, Corey? Farmer's cheese you made?
This is farmer's cheese.
I've already tasted it. It tastes really good, but Corey's adding some herbs and some spices here. Spice it up a little bit.
I think this is gonna make it a lot better.
Oh, it's good already.
Wonder
And
if
then
it
she
needs
brought a
little-
cantaloupe that's fresh, but we didn't grow it. It's so good, yeah. She got it from do they live in Brasstown?
It is in Blairsville.
In Blairsville, okay. At the local Brasstown farmer's market though, Corey got it. Okay, this is looking great. I don't even know if I need to put it in the oven, but I think I'm gonna pop it in there while we're doing the corn, just for about 3 or 4 minutes. I've turned off the eye, now I gotta get out the cornbread. Cornbread. take up the green beans. Those will be good. Here's the little salad that Katie made, that Granny makes. Some butter. I think I'll just take the salt and pepper to the table. Matt's doing the corn outside, and then we'll be ready to eat. I'm going to go ahead and cut the cornbread. I'll put the squash and okra right here. Oh, I gotta find somewhere for the potatoes too, though. Maybe I'll put the potatoes there, and the squash and okra there. And other stuff right here. And I forgot about the corn. I gotta have some more for it too.
So, to answer your question,
Here comes the corn. I don't know. Right here beside the dishes. And the potatoes. And I think we're ready. I got this. What did I get this out for? Oh, I was going to swap those for this for that. That might work better anyway. Now, I think we're ready to eat. Looks like a feast.
Grab and growl.
Now, grab and growl.
I'm afraid our plates ain't big enough.
I know.
I'm gonna have to eat on a cookie sheet.
Time to eat.
See, the corn takes up 3/4 of the plate
I
from the
think
start.
the squash and okra turned out great.
Great.
You saved the day thinking of that, Matt.
I'm smart once in a while, but not very often.
Oh, you're always smart.
kills on Boston's.
No, it's a lot. I don't know why I made so much, but hey, we can have leftovers tomorrow.
Piece like that. That's all I got room for.
You want some salad or pickles?
Well, where am I gonna put it?
I don't know. Looks pretty good.
I'll start with that.
Get me a spoon so I can get some of the hot liquor on my plate from the green beans. Get my cornbread and spread it out.
Somebody got a plate and here's your time.
That wonderful broth, that's what I like. It's gonna be delicious. So is the celebration of having our first okra mixed with squash, but still good. Give me some pickles. So get us some of Katie's little salad. Right there in the middle. And some salt pork. Looks like a real feast. Let me try some of the okra since it's our first. It's worth waiting on. The only thing bad about it is that there's not very much of it yet. I've got to get a bite of the beans and cornbread. So good. What a feast. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me and Matt for our first mess of okra, even though it wasn't that big of a mess of okra. It wasn't as big as what I was hoping for. But that just means we'll get to enjoy it longer as it begins to come in every day. We're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia. And I know many of you have been stopping by to help us while we grew the potatoes and the beans and the okra and the squash and some of this wonderful salad. So we really appreciate all you do for us.
Alright, Bubby, are you ready to eat?
And I forgot my corn. I didn't even get no corn. Matt's right. Now I see. We don't have no place to put it all. That's the problem. Gotta get corn though. I'm just gonna have to put it right in the middle. Now, that's a plate. I got the corn. I forgot all about the corn since it's behind me. Don't let everybody else forget, Corey.
Oh, forgive
This
me.
is really just a feast about like Thanksgiving. It's the best eating of the year for sure in the summer.
Looks delicious. I can't wait to try it.